much easier. But the way that we've approached this, I would kind of give up shooting it. And I think my play here would be to get that 100 and then just turn around and try to bring this ball back to that corner. Um, because we know the ball is going to bounce out. We have the read that it's bouncing about here. We know the boost is here, and we know that our opponent's somewhere behind us. We're not sure exactly where, but we know he's kind of out of the play because he just went for the kickoff. Since we're not comfortable shooting with zero boost, we just grab this 100, take the ball, take this 100, go all the way back, take this 100, and if he's chasing us, we just try to outplay him. And if he's not, then we have plenty of time and space to set up. But that's a really common tactic in ones that you're going to want to start integrating in your play, which is just bringing the ball back to safety and then recycling the play. You're going to do that instead of overcommitting on offense, which is kind of what this is. Anytime you shoot without a high confidence of it going in or with like low confidence of your recovery, it's usually better to just not shoot and find an alternative. And a lot of time, bringing that ball back to safety is going to be that alternative.
So even if he's chasing you down that whole time, it's still a decent play.
Oh yeah, because you're just supersonic. Like you're not worried. And if he's chasing you, that means he's probably using boost to do so, and you're stealing the hundreds as you go. So it's even better
Makes sense.
in a lot of instances. The problem here is that it's just a giveaway of possession.
Yeah.
So it's a really low percentage shot, and most of the time it's just going to give away possession. I would say with zero boost and the approach we took, it's almost never going in. And 1v1 it's really just a possession game. Um, it's very straightforward in that respect. Possession is kind of everything. It's all about obviously keeping the ball, creating good opportunities on attack, and making it difficult for your opponent to set up anything on their side. So it's you know unforced turnovers like in any sport are just very detrimental to winning.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1v1's no different. It's all about just keeping the ball close to you, and then on defense, applying pressure, like I said, being like constantly there in their face. Just like here, I really like this. I like that you're not just rotating out of the play entirely. You've identified he took a heavy touch, and you're just kind of going for it. And I think this is really good. He's not even boosting yet, so this looks like we're just going to beat him cleanly, and we do. Now, we have to kind of plan ahead whenever we challenge or whenever we do anything in ones. And so, what's your thought process, I guess, is my question to you about on this turn here. So I'll play it back one more time. So we see he gets a heavy touch, we punish it. What's our thought process now?
So I know I already beat him, so he's going to be out of the play for a little bit. So I'm not going to score that out of the corner up the wall like it's going. So I'm more waiting for the bounce, and I'm going to take control of it.
Okay. So
Then I saw him go up, so I tried to 50.
so that it doesn't really follow logically for me. So it's like we're kind of with this turn. You're saying that we're waiting to get control of the ball and then outplay him, but if we're gonna go for this ball, we should have just been following the ball to start with, because we won the challenge. So this is like our 100
Right.
boost, and this is our ball, but we kind of turn away from it. Um, because we get a really good challenge here, but it seems like pretty straightforward to me that our play here is to just follow this ball, take this 100, go up the wall. We don't. I'm not saying that we have to take a shot, because, like you said, the ball's going to probably roll like up to somewhere
Right.
like here. Creating an angle like that's going to be really difficult. So we don't necessarily need to shoot it. We can just steal this 100 and then kind of turn on the wall, see what he does. If he commits, then we can just play it over him, or we could just let the ball do all the work for us and just like kind of roll down the wall. We follow the ball and then create an attack here.
So you're going up the wall and pretty much not doing anything, just staying close.
I mean, for me, I would probably try to create something off of this, because I think this is a setup that we can work with. Um, so like, let's see what actually happens. That's like a very reasonable ball to go off the wall. It's just the way we did this, we turned away, and whenever you turn, like turns are extremely important in Rocket League, but especially in ones. As soon as you turn away, this becomes his ball now. So we jumped a little bit late on our first jump, and then because we're kind of still sliding here, and we flip, yeah, a little bit late into the ball, he's able to just kind of push it outside. So again, I'm not gonna spend way too much time on kickoffs, but I do think getting the speed flip kickoff, really comfortable is gonna help you out a ton. There's so many good kickoff tutorials out there, but I would definitely work on it because we don't want to be losing kickoff goals to ya boysty, what's it, ya boy. Um, so, anyways, I'm not gonna talk about it too much. So this should just be a goal for him. All right. He's actually really slow to that because he's not even getting supersonic. Yeah, we're not able to punish it because we're not doing a speed flip. He just leaves the ball, which is a really common mistake. So if we look at this from his perspective, so he gets this kickoff, he just abandons it, even though he won the kickoff. This is just way too passive. He should just be following that ball, getting the 100, bringing the ball back to his corner, like I talked about earlier, because you're here. Since you're following it after the kickoff as you should be, he should be just taking that 100, taking that ball, bringing it back, but instead he's just giving you possession, which is like a Cardinals and ones. All right. So I'm not a huge fan of this dribble, and I'm gonna ask you why.
Why? What?
Why am I not a fan of this dribble? What kind of touch do I want to see you to take here? Or actually, here, let me ask it like this. So we have this ball. We have a few different touches we can take. So we can go down the line, we can go towards him, or we can take it middle. So of these three, 1, 2, 3, which is the best?
One.
Why?
I don't know, but it seems like a good option.
So 1 kind of just pushes the ball straight into him because he's already facing this side, right? So his car right now is angled to cover 1 and 2. But the thing is, if we do number 3 and we take the ball this direction infield, so we get around it and push it infield, he has to make a choice. Is he going to bum rush you and just go for it? Or is he going to fake challenge, go back post, and just wait? But most importantly, it just makes him make a choice. When we push the ball towards him, we just give him an easy outplay. We just give him an easy challenge. But I want to see you start to integrate more lateral movement in your dribbles. Because this is a really, really common mistake, but pushing the ball directly towards an opponent is almost always a mistake in ones. So I want to see you take like a nice touch into the middle and then get next to the ball. And if he challenges you, no problem. You can just side flip or single jump and take a good 50. Or you can try to cut under it and flick it over him really quickly. Obviously, that requires like some power slide and some more, mechanics, but it's not that much to ask for. I definitely think you're capable. But integrating that kind of direction where instead of just, threatening one thing, because when the ball's on the ground especially, and you're driving right behind it, you're not actually threatening anything, right?
Right. I'm just hoping for a good 50.
Right. But if the ball's here and our car's here, then we can threaten a lot. We can cut behind him. We can try to chip under the ball, give it lift. We can do a lot of different things. So just taking this movement infield and creating more angles and more ideas, that we can follow up on, I think it's going to be really big for your game. So let's see. So as soon as I get that boost, I'm trying to turn and cover and close the distance, which you do. He ends up throwing away the ball, which is a very bad play from him. I want to see from his perspective what he was thinking. Yeah, I mean, this is just a really bad play by him. He passes the ball to you. It's, way better to get the ball closer because at that distance, he's just not threatening anything.
Right.
Like this is never going to be a goal. So he should just be controlling. But you're at a rank where people aren't comfortable with the ball and with space.
Heck, I'm not that comfortable with the ball with space.
So there you go. So like we can learn something from his mistake here then, because yeah, he should absolutely be waiting on this. There's so much he could do with this ball.
Yeah.
Eventually he has enough boost to go for air dribbles and more mechanical stuff.
Right.
You don't even
Obviously, I've
need to
been
do
getting
that.
better with the ball in space, but dude, I mean, that's why like I feel like that's why I'm not good at ones though, is like I can't create my own offense. Like I need to be able to pass to somebody to create that offense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what.
I've always been a passer.
Yeah, but at in the higher ranks, like if you're in a 1v1,
Right.
you need to be able to
Yeah.
score.
Right.
You need to be able to convert. If you're in a twos
Which
game,
is
and
why I'm worried about ones.
yeah, for sure. And so that's a good thing to identify. And I think that's the first step is say like, okay, I'm not comfortable when if we imagine we're this guy here, it's like if we in game see this and start to panic, we just calm down and think, okay, no, I'm not gonna just boom this away. I'm gonna take a touch. It all starts with just a good first touch, and it doesn't have to be into a flick. It doesn't have to be into anything crazy advanced. Just like a soft
Right.
touch that is in front of you that you can work with, whether it's a bounce dribble, a hook shot, a flick, whatever it is, air dribble bump, just some kind of play. And you work on those plays, outside of the game, so you get more comfortable with them mechanically. But in game, it's just a decision. I'm not going to give this away because this is like, you know, from his position, he's got basically 100 boost if he controls this
Right.
ball and takes that 100, or 60, which is plenty. If he doesn't take the 100, and so much space, like just infinite space to work with. Um, oh, I think it's control and two. That's the that's the devil here. All right, I'm not gonna try to use Epic Pen anymore because it's just messing me up. But yeah, he has so much time and space, so obviously he should be getting this ball closer to the net before trying to shoot,
Right.
because that's just a 0% shot, and it's essentially just a pass to you. Now, what's our thought process with going for this ball? So he passes to us, we hit the backboard. Do we just not think he's gonna get it?
I honestly can't even tell you what I was thinking here.
Yeah, because this is definitely his ball. It's not too
Right.
difficult to read. And I do think he misses this sometimes, or he's like really slow to it, and you can beat him some percentage of the time, but it's not often enough for it to be worth it, just because the ball's closer to him, and he's already in the air. I would almost always default to just like waiting and seeing what they do, because if he stays grounded and you have momentum, eventually you can just go and beat him anyways. But if he does go up, then you just fake challenge and get out of there and get a free ball. So it's kind of like a win-win if you don't commit, but once you do commit, it becomes extremely risky. And ones is really just a game about deciding when to go and when not to go. So if you can just get those decisions right and not overcommit, a lot of the time your opponents will commit for stuff they shouldn't, and then you just get free goals. Um, or just get really advantageous positions where, that should result in a goal eventually.
Yeah. And
So
even
yeah,
when I went up for this in game, it's like, why am I up for this? But I was, so
he's pretty slow to counterattack though, so we're not getting punished for bad recovery. In general, when you overcommit like that, you don't have time to get his boost. You just gotta land as efficiently as possible. And yeah, so let's see what we could have done better on this. Nice. But yeah, just practice like setting up your flicks efficiently and just getting them off your hood quickly. Alright, so let's see. So we get a really nice challenge here and good recovery, and it takes us right through the 100 boost. So what are we thinking here?
hey, it's up here. I'm up here. I should try and touch it.
Yeah. I'm obviously this is not a ball that we have to go for. I'm not gonna like spend too much time here, but we can totally just wait to see what he does and stay on the wall. And if we just keep our car kind of angled the same angle it is now, and we see him go for it, we can just beat him because we're closer. And so we just have to trust our mechanics to be able to get any hit on the ball, right? If we see him committing, then just any touch and it's a goal. So
Right. I
we're
gotta get to be okay with not jumping off the wall just because I'm off on the wall.
yeah, yeah, and you got to be okay with just watching the opponent in these positions because the ball doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like the ball might as well not even be there. It doesn't matter. There's nothing he can do with it or you can do with it that's gonna be dangerous. The only thing that's dangerous here is taking ourselves out of the play for no reason. So we just watch him and like slowly angle our car down the wall and just kind of track the ball. And if he goes, then we jump off the wall we beat him, and if he doesn't go, then great, we just drive down the wall, collect the ball, and get a free possession. Badly by just being way too slow. You took good advantage of it though. Nice finish. It's very, very winnable now. All right. Bit of a heavy touch. So yeah, it seems like power side catches or something to work on for sure. And just power side in general. Just to get around like tighter spaces. Alright, so he's taking it up the wall. So another important concept in ones is like I know that let me guess that your thought process here is like there's 25 seconds on the clock, I need 2 goals. If I can get a good challenge in here, I'm gonna score, and then I just need 1 goal.
Yep.
So I think that you are very likely to score here, but not with the method that you chose. I think if we just keep our butt on the ground here and just watch him air dribble into the backboard and pop the ball out middle for us, we're very likely to score. But I think with this
I just knew he was going to burn a whole lot of time in the air with that thing, so...
It's going to be like maybe 3 seconds in the air. I don't know. We could look at the clock. It's 27 right now as he goes off the wall. 26 when he goes up off the wall. And it's 23 or 22. So he burned 5 seconds or 4 seconds or whatever in the air. But if we just stayed grounded, we're saving this, and he's got 0 boost, and I guarantee you his recovery was going to be awful.
Right.
So if we just were, instead of jumping, if we just played goal line defense, and we're, here, we single jump, boost, flip, ball goes here, we take the 100, take the ball, put it in this big fucker. So we're going to be like 15 seconds left or something. Yeah. So we, with 15 seconds left, have more than enough time to win. 1 goal in 15 seconds is like nothing in 1v1. You can always come back. But by panicking and going up for this, we now turn this into a game that we can't win. Because, yeah, 3 goals in 22 seconds isn't very likely to happen. But in a way, that's actually a 2-goal play, because not only did he score, but we also would have had a goal if we just stayed grounded. Right. So instead of it being a 1-goal game with 15 seconds on the clock, it's a 3-goal game, and there's no way we're going to win in 20 seconds. So just stay grounded, wait for them to outplay themselves, right? You're going to want to fix, and it's going to help you a ton for your other game modes as well, I promise. It's going to just teach you a lot about like angles of attack, playing more ones, and thinking about these concepts while you're playing. Because like a lot of your touches end up just going to him, like that touch too, you're just turning away from it right away, but you have boost, like this is your ball, right? So we should be doing something with it. Instead we're just driving away. Even this is so much better, right? Like we take a soft touch, we're not even looking to outplay him because we see what he's going, so we just get a great 50. But like this is a play, right? Now he's out of the play. He's in our half. We have the ball and we have space and time to create something, right? So this is what you need to do more of. Make him make a decision, right? Because here he had to make a decision after we saw you control this. Like he sees this touch and he's like, oh shit, I don't know where the fuck he's gonna go, right? Like he doesn't know. From his POV, he doesn't know if you're going this way, if you're going that way, if you're gonna go just straight down the middle, if you're gonna try to pop it like straight up over him. He has no idea, right? So, like, from his POV, he's scared, and he makes the decision to go in and charge. He gets a decent challenge, right? But the point is that we got him thinking, and he got an okay challenge, but like not the best. Now he's out of position. Now he's scrambling back. Now he's nervous. So just more of those touches where you control the ball and make your opponent think. I like that we're taking it in fields, and I like this angle. I think we used a little bit too much boost to get here, but I like
I was trying to keep it on top of my car.
Gotcha.
I just could never really get under it.
So what's the play here now that we've gotten to this position? Because I think this is actually still pretty good. What's the play here? We see he's boosting, and he's coming.
cut it to the left.
Yep, that's what I would go for. I would give yourself a little bit more space here, maybe like try to have our car
I hope I do, because that's what I'm
here.
lining up for. Like, I'm on the right side of the ball.
Yeah. Holy crap, that arrow.
I don't know. I don't think I do, obviously. Oh, I did. I just missed it.
We just missed the cut, yeah. So it's a little bit unfortunate. Just a mechanical mistake. But I think
But I mean, at least I did it.
yeah, I know, exactly. I think it's still, like, pretty decent. Yeah, we were a little bit too close to the ball, so we didn't really exaggerate the cut enough. It's like, this is kind of a flakes thing, but, and also we spent so much boost, like, speeding up the ball that we weren't quite able to catch up to it. It's like, it's still not there, we're still not, and now we're like...
Just sucks, because it's like, I almost got under the ball, I just never could.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, for sure. It was really close. It was just slightly mistimed, but that's right. That's why we look over these replays. Because we know next time, like, if the ball's not on top of our car, we don't have to panic. And I'll show you something in free play after this that I think is going to really help you out. But we don't have to panic and, like, keep using boost to catch up to it. We can work with this setup right now. Because we actually, the angle that we have here is really, really nice. So the reason for that is that we see the net fully in front of us. So we can see the net, and we can also see the opponent. And that's pretty much all the info we need. If we were driving with the ball like here instead, and our car was here, then we might not be able to see our opponent. He might be stuck behind the ball. And we might not be able to see the net as much, so we're not sure where we're going. But with this angle that we've taken here, where the ball's like rolling slightly off center towards the far post, or even towards like the opponent's corner a little bit, this is a really good angle of attack. So we just like work with this, right? We can slow down here and start setting up this like hook shot angle. And also that cut becomes a lot easier if we just like let the ball move slightly slower so that we're always able to boost and cut under it. And that way it just gives us more options. But when we keep boosting and boosting and pushing it faster and faster and he's coming, it just limits us because we're bringing the ball closer to him. And simultaneously making less distance for ourselves to work with. So I actually really like how this started. I just don't like how we kept boosting through it. But I think we're really close to the right idea here. Okay, let's go. God damn those settings. Alright, so the mistake here, we get the boost. The mistake here is turning for the ball, where we should be turning the other way. It's a slight timing thing, but we need to recognize that he's getting to his boost before we're getting to our boost, right? Like he's getting his boost now, so he's already turning to face this ball. And it's just a slight thing, a timing thing that you'll pick up off, playing a ton of ones. But like these little details, which are also very relevant in the other game modes, it's like we know that he's full boosting towards this right now.
Right.
And because he's boosting already, he's boosting now, he's gonna get there first. So we just have to turn the other way and respect that. Always respect the opponent's outplays, the opponent's position. Gotta be fast here. Nice. Okay, let's see it. Alright, so we're just moving too fast. It's a really common issue people have with dribbling, is that they just try to take things too fast. So next time you're playing in a ones game, this is advice I heard from apparently Jack. It's extremely helpful. Just spend more time than you think you need on your dribbles. Literally just take all the time in the world. Because like, he's not challenging. You can see that he's full boosting back right now. Again, I really like this angle we've taken. We can see him coming the whole way if he goes. So just slow down. And the way we do that, if we're already supersonic, is we just get this circle of the ball closer to the back of our car, right? Because the center of mass in our car is actually like 6/10 of the way down, right? It's not exactly the center of the car. So anything behind that line is going to slow down the ball. So we just get this circle a little bit, further back on our car, and it's going to slow down nicely. And then we can ease off of the boost, and we can just use acceleration. And then once we're getting ready for flicks, then we can start experimenting with adding boost to add power to the flick. But for most of your dribbles, in general, I would refrain from using so much boost because it seems like you're just kind of messing yourself up with it. It's like we kind of did that, but then we dropped the ball, and now it's his ball. Ball chase? Almost. I like this idea, actually. I think this is a pretty cool challenge. It's unorthodox. It's like we have 30 boosts to recover with. Yeah, that was actually a really speedy challenge. I like it. Now, question for you: how do we score this open net?
Cut it in field.
No time for that because he's behind us.
Bang it.
We're on the wall with not too much boost. So I don't know if we can.
Then I don't know.
I would jump off wall, wave dash, and then shoot. I think that's the only way we score that. Jump off wall, wave dash, on your landing, jump, hit the ball into his net. Like, we end up getting the shot, but we didn't use the wave dash recovery off the wall. So like right now, instead of driving up the wall, I'd just be jumping off, wave dash, front flip into
Makes
the ball.
sense.
Yeah. Very scoreable. And flip into the ball if you're going to shoot it instead of doing the single jump, because it's just a really bad recovery. So it'd be better to just flip and get your wheels on the ground sooner.